welcome to Leafy's cooking class! Hooray! Let's cook and eat healthy. Hello everyone! Today, I want to use all of our lessons that we've cooked over the last year to make a lunchbox, or in Japanese, a bento. Here are the ingredients that you will need. I'm going to cook this up and have a picnic lunch with Tiggy. It's so important to put your ingredients in your box while it's hot to prevent bacteria from growing inside. So let's start with our Okaka Bonito flakes mixed with soy sauce. As you can see, I'll measure out about 20 grams of the Bonito flakes. Then I'll put into a separate saucepan all of my liquid ingredients, including a little bit of soy sauce. I think I'll put in 2 tablespoons of this. Next, I'm going to be using some rice wine, but don't worry, when we cook it later, all of the alcohol will be boiled out. I'll put in just 1 tablespoon. This is a sweet rice wine, and I'll use this to sweeten the sauce just a little bit. Only 1 tablespoon of this, too. Don't forget to add your sugar. This one is organic. A trick to use with the sugar is to make sure that the sugar is not piled high on the spoon. I'll take a chopstick and scrape off that top piece. You want the sugar to look totally flat inside of your measuring spoon like this. None of the sugar is piling on outside of there. And I'll add this to my liquid ingredients. I'll boil the liquid and add the bonito flakes. The boiling removes the alcohol from the sauce. I will stir it up. I just love how the flakes look like they're blowing in the wind, even when there's no wind. Stir, stir, stir. When it seems pretty cooked, I will turn down the heat. It's getting a bit smoky in here. Then I'm going to add this sesame powder. You could also just add sesame seeds if you want. It's just for the flavor. That yummy flavor. You can use these flakes inside of your rice ball or just on top of your rice in your bento box. That looks all done. I'll put it to the side to let it cool down. And let's start on the broccoli. You want your broccoli to be chopped into smaller sections. So instead of looking like a big giant tree, it looks like smaller trees like this. You know, these might even still be too big, so I'll slice them one more time to make them even smaller. That seems okay, and now this one. Getting hungry already. I'll rinse my broccoli out in some nice cold water to make sure all of the dirt is out of the plant. A fun fact, this top of the broccoli is not a leaf. It's actually the flower. Let's start on the carrot. I will peel the carrot so that none of the dirty skin is on the outside. There, that seems okay. And I'll cut the ends off too. When I'm slicing the carrot, I want to make sure that the slices are very thin. That way, they will cook faster. If the carrot pieces are too thick, it might take forever to cook. And I'm getting hungry, and I know Tiggy's getting hungry too. So let's cut. Notice I'm using my cat paw method from before. This is to make sure my fingers are not in the way of the knife blade. And I'll chop, chop, chop to make sure I have enough just for my box. And Ticky's, of course. That looks pretty good. Next, I'll prep the chicken. It's good to do this in advance. In this video, I'm just adding some starch. This is a mixture of sugar, salt, and water. If you don't have starch, you can ask an adult to help you measure out 1% sugar, 1% salt, and 10% water of whatever the weight of your chicken is. It's time to stir-fry the vegetables. I'll add a little oil and put in the carrots first. Since they're super hard, it's important to let them heat for longer. And once they've had their chance to cook a little bit, then I'll add the broccoli. They look pretty soft now. Time to add the broccoli. And I'll stir it up just a little bit. After I notice that the carrots are nice and soft, I'll go ahead and remove them from the heat and put them in a plate so they can cool down. But don't take out the broccoli yet. I have a trick for that. We'll add just a little bit of water and it will help them steam. Ooh! It is so steamy in here now. This will help the broccoli get even softer. Then I'll re-add the carrots, mix everything together, and add a pinch of salt. Remember not to put your face in the way of the steam or it might burn you. Once everything is all mixed, I'll add it to a plate and put it to the side to cool. For the chicken, let's add a lot of oil, about enough to cover the bottom of your pan, and drop in your chicken. Notice how it's totally covered in the starch or starch mixture that you've made. I'm going to cook these thoroughly on both sides to make sure that your chicken is totally cooked through. Then I'll take them out of the pan and let them cook even more while they're just on the plate. It's time to assemble our lunchbox. Here we go. First, I will place the rice across the bottom of the box to make sure it's nice and flat. I will leave a corner of the space open for my ingredients. Once the rice is flatly on the bottom of the box, I will place our bonito flakes. This time, we'll just set it on top of the rice as a flavoring. Then, I will add some nori on top, or seaweed in English. We call this kind of lunchbox a nori ben. In this box, I will put the main dish on top of the seaweed, but it can also be placed next to the rice if you want. That looks delicious! In this corner, I'll place this little piece of paper. We call this a cupcake holder, but today it's gonna hold not so much cupcakes, more like vegetables or chicken. Be careful when placing your vegetables. Part of the fun of making a lunchbox is making it look cute too. Doesn't that look delicious? just on top of the seaweed. Remember, you could really put this anywhere, but this is just my choice for now. Wow! One lunchbox is finished! Delicious! Maybe I'll let Tiggy choose which one he likes better. For the other lunchbox, I want to make a rice ball. So I'll place a piece of plastic wrap over a bowl and put the rice inside of the plastic. Then I'll spread it out just a little bit like this. I'll add some of the flakes into the middle of the rice. That way it'll be like a filling. Just a little bit is needed. You don't want to fill up your rice ball too much. I'll even put a little bit of rice on top. Next, I'll wrap up the plastic. And let's be careful here, everyone, because you don't want to squeeze the rice too hard. You don't want it to squish. Just lightly make a ball shape. Be very gentle. I want to make this to be a little bit of a triangle shape. So this one, the last step, all I have to do is wrap it in a... Here it is! This piece of seaweed. Just like this, half of the seaweed in the front, and then fold it to put half of the seaweed around the back. Look at that! I'll put everything all together inside of this lunchbox. 2 rice balls? Maybe Tiggy will like this one better than the other one, I don't know. There we go. And then next to that, I can't forget to add my meat and vegetables. Here's another plastic wrap for the vegetables. Oh, this time I'll put the meat into this wrap. There, that looks cute. And I'll use this one for the vegetables. And be very careful again. Oh, that almost looks like a whole broccoli head again. Oh no! My carrot pieces are trying to go into the chicken. Don't go there, carrots. Stay here with your friends, the broccoli. We're ready for to enjoy this wonderful sunny weather with a wonderful lunchbox. 2 different ways. By using all of the things we learned this year while cooking together, we now have a picnic ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to hear what you made with your friends. Yay! We did it! You can try it at home too. Try your best, and see you next time. Goodbye!